when it comes to hackathons. Our senior, Nikhil Guru Venkatesh, who has not only participated in but won multiple hackathons, including the Smart India Hackathon. And we are thrilled to have him share his experience, insights, and maybe a few behind the scenes stories that every aspiring developer would wish to hear. So let's get started, Nikhil Bhaiya. Thank you so much for joining with us today. And to begin with, could you start by greeting our audience and sharing insights about yourself, your journey so far, and how hackathons have become such a great part of it?
So thank you so much for having me today, guys. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. And it feels very nice when someone calls me Bhaiya, because I keep joining these sessions and everyone is like, Nikhil sir, baat karenge. Nikhil sir, baat karenge. Like, guys, I'm your senior. Naam se pukaro, Bhaiya bulao, it's fine. I'll feel very happy if you do that, right? So a little about myself, you know, our wonderful moderator and host has shared. My name is Nikhil. I've been going to hackathons for the last couple of years. I recently, not just recently, like last time I graduated from the BS degree program. So I am now, free. I have completed my 4 years and I graduated this term itself. So in the last 2 years, I have participated in over 50 hackathons all across India, right? And I had the very good fortune of being a finalist, top 10 finalist in almost 20 of them. And I won almost 10 of them in the last couple of years. So many people have asked me a lot about hackathons in general. And, since the house was, organizing the session, I thought it would help a couple of people as well. So excuse me if my throat goes out in the middle or if I start coughing in the middle of the session. I'm actually suffering from fever and cold. So, I might take a break in between. Apart from that, I'm currently working as the lead for AI strategy and creative marketing at a New York-based company called Techolution. So if anyone would be interested in joining us as a full stack intern or an AI intern, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll try to see if I can get you a referral in. So yeah, that's it about me, to be honest, right? So I don't usually have a timeline or a process when it comes to sessions like these. It's usually an open to everybody session. People are free to open their mics, unmute themselves and ask me any questions that they have. So I'm going to be going for that same format today as well. I'll give a brief introduction about what we're going to be covering, what the agenda of the session is. And then moving forward, we're going to go ahead and open the floor for questions. Yes, please feel free to ask in any language. मुझे हिंदी भी आता है. I speak in English also. So unfortunately, I'm not very well versed in any South Indian languages apart from Telugu. So let's try to say, converse in English or Hindi if that's fine, right? So about hackathons, I'm quite sure most of you have heard about them. I'm quite sure many of you have gotten a lot of advice from your professors or from your seniors that said, while you're in college or while you're doing this degree, you should really participate in a couple of hackathons and you should actually sit down and understand what they are to learn how to build better, right? So a hackathon, for the people who don't know what a hackathon is, it's a coding competition, okay? Hackathons take place over 48 hours to 72 hours. It's like a marathon where you sit in a room with a group of people and try to produce an application as fast as possible. Okay. So most of the time, these are organized by companies or by organizations or sometimes by universities and colleges to find really good talent that can build applications super duper fast. All right. So you do not need any prior coding experience to actually participate in a hackathon. You do not need to be an amazing coder to participate in one. You simply just need to have a passion for building things, right? And I think that's, just the bare a minimum thing that you need to actually start participating in them. All right. So what exactly is the benefit of going to a hackathon? Number one, you get to learn a lot about the building process. You get to learn about how tech is built from the ground up. And you also get to learn very, very uniquely about how competitors are also building technology. So if you're very interested in building your own startup or learning about the business side of technology, then I think going to a hackathon would teach you a lot of things that traditional coding like DSA or development would not actually teach you. Okay. So मैं ज़्यादा ज्ञान नहीं दूंगा. इसके बारे में. I think keeping the introduction short and sweet is going to be friendly. So yeah, let's open the floor for discussions. अगर किसी को कोई doubts है या हमसे कुछ बात करना चाहते हैं, we're going to keep it a very chill session. We're going to keep it like a fireside chat. So आपको अगर general questions भी पूछना है तो आप पूछ सकते हो, ठीक है? You can raise your hand. You can unmute yourself. I'd really love to see your faces, right? क्योंकि it feels very weird to just keep on talking to my camera. So please turn on your cameras, raise your hands, unmute yourself, and we'll have a talk. Okay. So already, हाँ, you can ask in Hindi. वो ठीक है. Can you share a brief roadmap of your journey and the skills you worked on? वो तो बहुत बड़ा roadmap होगा भाई. Like it depends on which particular roadmap you'd want to know about. But हाँ, we have Harsh Yadav first up in line. Harsh, please go ahead.
So I think last time when you had the session, you were doing some research internship at South Carolina. Can you
Mm-hmm.
tell something
Mm-hmm.
about can we get those internships like them in some foreign
Huh?
country?
Huh? Yeah, yeah,
How
of
can we
course, of
get some?
course. Yeah, so a lot of people do ask me this question कि फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज में इंटर्नशिप्स कैसे पाया जाता है, ठीक है, स्पेशली रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप. तो अगर आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत सारे सीनियर्स हैं इनसाइड द बीएस डिग्री प्रोग्राम दैट हैव एक्टिवली डन रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप्स इन फॉरेन universities from Paris, from Germany, from the US. And honestly speaking, it doesn't take a lot to get into these internships. You just need to be genuinely interested in learning about technology. Okay, a lot of people, what they do, the biggest mistake that they do is they'll jump into saying ki, I want a research internship, so I'll just study whatever, right? I'll just pick up whatever trending research paper is there, I'll learn about it, and then I'll jump in and start asking for research internships. That's not the way to do it, by the way. Okay, the first thing you guys have to do is you need to generate something called proof of work. All right, proof of work is literally, it can be a blog, it can be an application, it can be a research paper of your own that you've written that actually showcases your interest towards a particular topic. All right, so proof of work can be regarding anything. Okay, let's say for example you're very interested in learning about generative AI, and let's say for example you read like 5 to 10 different research papers. All you have to do is go on Medium or you have to go on Substack and write a couple of blog posts about it. Okay, and that becomes your basis or your proof of work that you have actually researched a couple of research papers or you've gone through a topic very well and you have knowledge about that topic. Okay, then all you have to do is go online, and while you're reading these papers you just have to look at the people who wrote these papers. Okay, so let's say for example I was a really big fan of a research paper that was done in the cybersecurity domain, and there was a researcher that I actually reached out to and said, hey, I really like this paper that you have written, I'm trying to replicate your research, can you please guide me on how to get data for this? And a couple of days later that researcher actually reached out to me and said, hey, I'm very happy that you liked my research. Okay, it's not very common that somebody reaches out to me and says they like my research paper. And I really love and he actually walked me through the entire guide of how to generate the data and how to replicate the paper. And then after a week I had written my own research paper, right, based off of my evaluation and based off of my experiences from the research paper I had read. Okay, and then I used that, I emailed a bunch of people, I emailed a bunch of professors from these foreign universities, and I said, hey, I did my own research and I think it's really close to the research you guys are doing in your lab. I'd love to go ahead and actually collaborate with you. And of course it's not easy, not everybody is going to accept your research requirements or your research request, but asking is not going to hurt anybody, right? If you have the right proof of work and you're really interested to work with a person, you just have to email them, and that's how you can get into these research internships. All right, so Harsh, I hope that answered your question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, awesome. So we have who's next?
Shailash Pandey, you may
All
unmute.
right.
हेलो भैया am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you, go ahead.
भैया मैं अभी एक हैकाथॉन से याद रिटर्न हुआ हूँ
Mm-hmm.
एंड ये मेरा फर्स्ट हैकाथॉन था ये
Congrats. Okay.
ये जीएलए यूनिवर्सिटी मथुरा में था 48 आवर्स का
Mm-hmm.
तो उसमें हमारी प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट थी दैट वी हैव टू बिल्ड अ ऐप विच डिटेक्ट्स फेक न्यूज।
Okay.
तो हमने उसके लिए एक ऐप बनाया था, तो ट्रुथ लेंस नाम का अपना। तो उसमें हमने
Mm-hmm.
जो एपीआई यूज की थी वो जेमिनाई की एपीआई यूज की थी एंड गूगल सर्च की एपीआई यूज की थी।
Mm-hmm.
तो उसमें जो मेंटोर थे उन्होंने हमें बोला था कि हमें कुछ रिसर्च पेपर्स पढ़ने चाहिए इससे
Mm-hmm.
रिलेटेड, एंड फिर हमें और उसमें कुछ एपीआई इंटीग्रेट करनी चाहिए जिससे हम इसको और एक्यूरेट बना सकें।
Okay.
एंड
Mm-hmm.
फाइनल पिचिंग राउंड में उन्होंने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था जो जजेस थे, दैट कि
Mm-hmm.
हम किस एपीआई से इसको मतलब ये डिटेक्ट कैसे कर रहा है कि ये न्यूज़ फेक है या रियल है,
Mm-hmm.
क्योंकि सारे न्यूज़ इंटरनेट पे ही है और हम
Mm-hmm.
जेमिनाई का यूज कर रहे थे तो वो तो इंटरनेट से वही उठा के देगा।
Mm-hmm.
तो हम तो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर ही नहीं कर पाए हम लोग, एंड 146 टीम्स थी, उसमें से हमारी
Mm-hmm.
पोजीशन 40 आई थी।
Nice. Okay. That's good for the first time. Yeah.
तो हम लोग कैसे मतलब इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं इसको?
See, here's the thing, right, Shailesh? So, whenever you're at a hackathon, okay, whenever you're at a hackathon and you want to solve a problem, all right, do not jump into just building the application. Okay. The first thing, let's say, for example, it's a 48-hour hackathon. So, you actually have plenty of time to build the application. Okay. But you have to make sure that the application you are building is actually solving the problem statement that you are building for. Okay. So, in your situation, you had to build a news application or a an application that could detect fake news, correct?
Yes.
So what exactly is the problem here? Let's start with that. Okay, let's start by discussing what the problem here is, what potential solutions are there, and then let's jump into how you can pitch it to your judges, because that is how you should be tackling a hackathon. All right,
Yes.
so the problem that we have here is that there is a lot of fake news on the internet, correct?
Yes.
Right, and we have to create an algorithm using AI or machine learning or NLP that can actually detect whether this news is fake or not, right?
Yes.
So our immediate next question, you should ask a lot of questions before you build an application, by the way. That's a very good habit. So before you build the application, you should ask, hey, so if this is a problem that exists, maybe there is a solution that already exists out there, right?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that should be the
Firstly, we
yeah.
did that. We seed our
Mm-hmm.
competitors, and
Mm-hmm.
उसमें जो प्रीमियम फीचर्स वो दे रहे थे, वो वही
Mm-hmm.
प्रीमियम फीचर्स हमने मेनली अपने फ्री ऐप में दिए थे।
So, what premium features? What were those premium features that your competitors
और
had?
हमारे कंपटीटर्स में मतलब कुछ हुए तो उन्होंने लिमिट्स थी कि एक दिन में हम इतने न्यूज डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। एंड
No, that is a feature. That is not. No, no, no. I'm asking how did they solve the problem?
मतलब वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे थे, वो वन लाइन में दे रहे थे या तो ट्रू या फॉल्स में, एंड हमारा जो ऐप
Okay,
था
so it
पूरा
was false or positive. So that was it, right? They were not giving you a confidence score. They're not giving you sources like, hey, this news is fake, or this is where this person is, or this is not a right news. They weren't giving sources, right?
दोनों। तो हमने यही
So
किया था कि हम उसको कॉन्फिडेंस भी दे रहे थे, इतना परसेंट कॉन्फिडेंशियल है ये, एंड इसका सोर्स हम और कहाँ कहाँ से ये न्यूज़ देख सकते हैं उसके लिंक्स भी प्रोवाइड कर रहे थे, एंड
mm-hmm.
पूरा मतलब डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन भी आ रहा था। बट वो कुछ
Okay.
कुछ केस में एक्यूरेट हो रहा था एंड कुछ कुछ केस में एक्यूरेट नहीं था। जैसे
So I want to ask you, Sailesh, what sources were you guys using, right, for this application that you built?
हाँ, हमने एक लवेबल एआई है उस सोर्स को यूज किया था इस ऐप को बिल्ड करने के लिए।
No, not about the application building. I'm talking about where did you source the news from? Like true false बताने के लिए आपने कौन कौन से sources use किए थे वो application को सही या वो news को सही या गलत बताने के लिए?
सर हमने तो पूरा मतलब एआई बेस्ड ही बनाया था प्रॉम्प्ट से।
हाँ, तो AI भी तो hallucinate करता होगा ना? Like you guys need to find real facts, right? Like I'm asking you what your approach is so that I can help you a little bit better. Ki next time when you go to a hackathon, how can you break down the problem statement? Okay,
यस।
right. So this particular software or solution that you built, I
यस।
can also open Gemini right now and I can say, hey, is this news real or not? And there is a very good chance it is going to find the latest news today article or the Times of India article and say, yeah, this was in Times of India, so it is 100% true, right? But in
yes,
reality, हमको भी पता है. Let's say, for example, tomorrow there is a news article that prints and says Shah Rukh Khan is in jail, or Shah Rukh Khan has come out and is decided to marry somebody. Okay,
yes,
now I mean, if it is in the news, then you would think that maybe this is real. But the first thing that you would do to confirm this news is you would go to Instagram, you would go to Shah Rukh Khan's or Salman Khan's Instagram page, check if Salman Khan has given an announcement, right? Because
yes,
his Instagram is his official source of information, correct?
yes,
Right. So the problem here, right? The problem statement is, how can you verify if the news came from an official source of information? Okay, that is the
okay,
main thing that you have to solve here. Okay, so let's say, for example, you guys searched on Google, or you searched on Google search or on other news websites, and you guys just reported that same thing, ki it is, on multiple news websites, so it's true. There is still a good chance that those news websites are not a reliable source of information, correct? So
yes,
whenever you are building this application, make sure that your feature is actually solving the core of the problem. Okay, the core of the problem here is not flagging news as true or false. It's finding out if the news is coming from a trusted source. Okay, so were you guys able to get the clarity of the problem statement is very important here. Got it?
yes.
Mm-hmm. So
So how can we solve this?
you want the solution for this, or do you want the generic answer? Ki how do you solve problem statements? Which one
Generic
do you?
answer.
Generic answer, right?
Yes,
तो बहुत simple सी बात है. Okay, let's say, for example, if you are facing a problem, one of the good things about being a human is that everybody faces the same problems. Okay, if you go to Bangalore, the roads are bad. It'll be bad for you, it'll be bad for everybody. If you come to Hyderabad, okay, the food will be spicy, the biryani will be spicy, it'll be spicy for everybody, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the problem, if you are facing it, there's a good chance somebody else is also facing it, right? In hackathons, we call this problem validation. Okay, when you go online and search if other people are also facing the problem, we call it problem validation. And during this phase, during the problem validation phase, we try to find out why this problem is a big deal for other people. Okay, like if Bangalore's roads are bad, why do people care that the roads are bad? They care the roads are bad because it takes them 1 to 2 hours to go 4 to 5 kilometers, which is horrible, right? Or if you're in Hyderabad, you don't want to eat spicy food because it upsets your tummy. Correct. So you want non-spicy food. Correct. In the exact same scenario, why is fake news bad? Fake news is bad because it influences people. It influences markets, it influences a bunch of people, right? So that's obviously bad. It's not good. All right. So maybe if you talk to somebody and somebody said, hey, I wish I had an application that could check the Instagram accounts of all of the influencers and give me a confidence score of whether the news they are giving is correct or not. Or let's say, for example, I have this news channel. I want to make sure if the news coming from here is correct or not. Okay.
yes,
That would actually, verify if the news is correct or not, right? Because you're verifying if the news outlet is itself is a trusted source. Correct.
yes,
So
okay,
let's next time, if you're going to a hackathon, break down the problem statement. Okay, find out if the solution that you are actually looking for is actually solving the problem completely, 100%. Okay, and then based on that, you start building your application. You can go ahead and you can build tools. You can use Lovable, you can use ChatGPT, you can use whatever you want. But this problem statement, making sure you have a feature or have an application that solves the problem, is 100% the most important step. Okay,
okay,
got it? I hope this is
got it.
clear. मैंने बहुत time बात किया, but I hope you got the idea.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Vijay.
Yeah, awesome.
Joanna, you may unmute.
Okay. Hi. Okay. My biggest doubt is like, I actually joined the SIH this year.
Mm-hmm.
We took in the problem statement was smart crop advisory uh, for small and marginal farmers. So it was basically an AI app which gives crop diagnostics.
Mm-hmm.
Our idea was good, so they selected us in the internal hackathon from our
Mm-hmm.
college. But then the biggest mistake they pointed out was our flow chart.
Okay,
So
okay,
could you tell us how to make the perfect flow chart?
sure. Do you have your flowchart here with you?
Okay, uh, let me just share it to you.
Sure, go ahead. Uh, uh, Mods, does she need any special privileges to share her screen, or can she go ahead and share her screen directly?
Oh, she can go ahead and share her screen directly.
Awesome, awesome, cool.
Bhaiya, in the meantime, there was a question from Khush
Mhm,
Agarwal that can we
mhm.
build a app or website using AI full backend and front end rather than coding in hackathons and for
Yeah,
research?
अरे भाई इतने सारे कंपनीज पैदा हो रहे एआई के थ्रू, उधर लोग 200 मिलियन 300 मिलियन डॉलर छाप रहे एक दो दिन में बाय जस्ट बिल्डिंग विद एआई, एंड यू गाइस आर लाइक हैकाथॉन में जाके हम क्या कोडिंग कर सकते हैं? नहीं गाइस, यूज एआई, इट डजंट मैटर, ओके, बिजनेस इज बिजनेस। तुम लोगों को उधर जाके जीतना है, कुछ सीखना है, तो फिर एआई यूज करना ही पड़ेगा, बिकॉज कंपनी में जाके तुम लोग एआई यूज ही करोगे। No one is going to let you sit down and code in a company, right? They'll also want you to use AI, so get into the habit of it. So in the meantime, there was another question. Anjali had asked, Bhaiya, can you please share a brief roadmap of your journey and the skills you worked on? See, I don't necessarily believe in roadmaps. The reason because all of us come from different backgrounds, all of us come from different experiences. My experiences are completely different. Your experiences will be completely different, right? I'm interested in content writing and creatives, so I mostly went into the side where I could create content a lot. So that's why I chose hackathons, and I had chose skills that would help me create content faster, which was AI during that point in time. But for you, you might be interested in Web3 and crypto. In that case, that is a completely different roadmap. Or maybe you're interested in competitive programming, right? I won't share a roadmap with you guys because I think that's a lot more detrimental than it is beneficial. But let's say, for example, if you're an absolute beginner and you just want to learn one skill, find something you're interested in. Okay. So let's say, for example, you really want to build pretty websites. Then you should go to Odin project, or you should go to, Free Code Camp and learn a framework and start learning how to build websites. Okay. And then based on that, if you don't like it, then you can drop it. It doesn't matter. Okay. You can drop it and you can go ahead and start something else. But here's the thing, you guys don't need roadmaps anymore. You just have to find something that interests you, ask AI how to learn it, and that's literally it. You can start learning bit by bit. And then after that, if you like it, you continue. If you don't like it, you drop it and look for the next thing. Okay. I experimented a lot. I was in cybersecurity, I was in web dev, I was in AI, I was in marketing, I was in product management. I was in a lot of things before I finally understood what I really liked. So if I tell you my roadmap and you follow it, you might not necessarily like it, right? Like if I tell you I'm a, let's say for example, you're a vegetarian and I'm a non-vegetarian, and I say, bro, you have to go and try the mutton biryani from Paradise. You're literally going to say, please, no, this is bad. I'm a vegetarian. My advice won't fit you. Your advice might not fit me. So try and find something that fits you is my general mantra. Okay, I know it's not the answer you want to hear, but I hope that helped you, right, Anjali? And I think Yash also had a similar question. Yash's question, I'll come back to you. I think we have our friend here, Joanna, who's sharing her screen. So yes, Joanna, what was the feedback you got from your judges? Let's start from that.
Okay, so basically, our mentors were like, the flowchart isn't clear. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that was
So
the main thing that they
uh,
said.
can you guess why they might have said that?
I feel like it's not sequential.
Okay, that's one thing. Number two,
Uh, and then maybe the colors or the pattern.
colors and pattern is secondary. That's inconsequential. What exactly do I want to see when I see a flowchart? Can you explain?
How the app works, how the application works.
So is it only how the application works or how each component works with each other?
Okay, so yeah, both the things.
Yeah. So here you have listed out your features, right? And you have
Yes.
put them in order. And I don't know how these features interact with each other, right? Like, what are your data sources? What APIs are you using? Are you like using a React front end, or are you using a Node.js backend? Like, you don't have to dive deep into the tech stack, but I need to know that, hey, if I log into the website, the application is going to trigger an AI. It's going to fetch information from the database. It's going to then render it in a front end UI, or it's going to send an API call. I need to know how the system is designed, right? You have another slide for your features and your value proposition, correct? So here technical approach should be 100% dedicated to how the system is architected and how the system works. All right, let's try not to put a lot of features here. The flowchart should be clean and simple. Let's see if I have my flowchart. If I do, I'll share it, but I'm not sure if I have it on me right now. I'll see. I'll share it if I can find it. Okay.
All right.
Um, but that's the main idea. Okay. You should make sure that the system architecture is clear, not the features. Got it?
Okay.
Got it. I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So we can go to the next person.
Harshita, please unmute.
Good evening, brother.
Hi, hi.
Actually, I want to ask, is it compulsory to have a team when you go to hackathon?
Depends. Like some hackathons want you to join in a team, but you can go to hackathons solo also. Like I have won 3
Because
hackathons myself solo, so you can go alone. That's fine.
like people around me is not really like that interested in hackathons, and they are hesitating to come to hackathons because they think they may lose. But I don't think I will find anyone to come with me, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, go solo. It's fine. Go online, go to Unstop. You can put filters there, and you can look for hackathons that will let you participate solo. Okay. But if, in my genuine opinion, if you are very interested in development and you are solo, you don't have a team, right? I would definitely suggest that you go towards the open source side. Okay. Learn about Hacktoberfest, learn about open source contributions, because I think that would serve you better than going to hackathons, right? Because hackathons are more of a group activity. They're better done if you have a group, but open source will also give you the same experience if you're working alone.
Okay, before going to hackathon, is it compulsory to have any prior knowledge of the language I'm gonna do?
I mean, I would expect that you know how to build something, right? So if you are
Yeah,
building something, you should know how to build in Python. It doesn't have to be expert level, basic level is also fine. But as long as you can, read code, I think it should be fine. If you can read the code AI is generating
yeah,
and understand how it works,
yeah, I
you
can.
should be fine. And then you're
Okay,
fine. Cool.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rohan
Awesome.
Sharma.
So hello Nikhil bhaiya. I
Hello.
actually hello. So bhaiya, I actually had doubt regarding the use of AI for our learning here. So bhaiya,
Mm-hmm.
I just said that I think someone also had asked that if we can build codes or applications in general with AI only. Bhaiya. So I believe so bhaiya, that since I'm in my learning phase only, how to integrate AI into like my learning system so much as to that my learning doesn't get compromised or learning doesn't fall short because of AI. And I'm not completely reliant on AI, but I can use AI to maybe make myself more productive or have it manage my monotonous tasks so that I am learning properly, but at the same time, the boring or the monotonous task or like uh, any other task during coding can be managed by AI while I do the learning or do the coding properly. How can
So,
we have that balance
mm-hmm.
between the use of
So
AI
which domain are you in? Are you like in AI? Are you in web dev? Which domain are you like looking forward to cracking?
but yeah, actually right now I've not decided. I want to experiment with various domains. I want to experiment with DevOps, web dev, AI, ML, etc.
Mm-hmm. You're
Yeah,
jumping very far. Like you say you don't know a domain when you just immediately said DevOps and web ops, right? So like
yeah,
that's a very late stage thing. You should
yeah, yeah,
start probably a bit lower.
yeah,
Find out if you want to do web dev, or if you
yeah,
want to do competitive programming, or if you
yeah.
want to do AI and ML. These are the three most hot topics right now. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
in order to do that, It's very simple. Just shut down your ChatGPT subscription or your Gemini or whatever you're using. Don't touch it. Okay. Until you figure out what you want to do. Go watch a 1 or 2 hour tutorial from Free Code Camp or whatever YouTube channel you like. Watch only 3 videos. Okay. Watch AI and ML tutorial, watch a Web3 tutorial, and watch a competitive programming or a DSA tutorial. Okay. After one tutorial, you'll understand like which is interesting to you. Okay. After that, you're still in your learning phase, right? So go buy a textbook. So anything by Pearson's group is actually very good. Anything related to web dev, anything related to backend development, or anything related to like just learning a programming language like JavaScript or Node, buy the textbook. Okay, it's going to, you can get it online. I don't support piracy, but if you're like really desperate, you can find it on GitHub. People release the free copies very often. Get the textbook, shut down your airplane mode. Okay, you don't turn on airplane mode. You don't need internet for this. Open the PDF, open your code editor, and just follow the examples. Okay, just use a textbook, follow the examples after you know what you want to do. And then after you reach a point, you don't actually need the textbook anymore. You can start coding by yourself. Then you can go ahead and, you know, ask ChatGPT or your AI tool of whatever choice you have to help you code more complicated systems. Okay, or help you debug your code. Okay, so only use AI for error handling to learn what is wrong with your code and improve on it. Okay. Got it. And,
yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask you. So, like, as you said, the system is quite efficient there. But if I follow this, will it cause me to lag behind in the application of AI if I go for my anytime in career in future?
What year are you in right now?
I'm in first year.
Right?
I'm in
You're
first
in
year.
first. So I mean, like, why are you worried about that? If you spend 1 year learning things yourself, you will grow 10 times faster than somebody who is learning using AI. I'm sorry, it's a horrible fact. Okay. It's the truth of things. If you understand the fundamentals very well, it doesn't matter how long it takes to learn. Once you have learned it, you have learned it. Okay, you're not going to forget the fundamentals ever. But if you are using AI for the fundamentals, it doesn't matter how fast you grow, you're not going to learn anything, right? So I actually did the same mistake when ChatGPT came out, and I was like, everyone's using AI, I need to learn super fast. And I realized I wasn't focusing on the fundamentals. So focus on the fundas. If you understand that, 100% you can crack anything. Got it?
Yes.
Awesome.
But just one last question there. So if we go for any kind of hackathons here, and since I'm actually like doing from this degree only way, and it is in non-traditional format, so I do not have the ability to find like physical teammates for hackathons and everything. So, bhaiya, how to form a group or like find a group of people for these kind of hackathons? Bhaiya? Any approach you can suggest?
Twitter use करते हो?
हाँ भैया.
हाँ, ट्विटर यूज करते हो ना, पोस्ट मारो कि आई एम लुकिंग फॉर हैकाथॉन टीममेट्स, किसी को आना है तो आ जाओ, मैं फ्री में खाना खिला दूंगा, बस हो गया, मिल जाएंगे. बोल दो कि जीत गए. या
No, but I'm just saying कि like same institute के लोग like जरूरी नहीं होंगे ना hackathons में जाने के, like they are requiring people. If I'm from IIT, so I need people from IIT and only, like something like that.
I mean, like, see, most big hackathons don't really care. If you're going for like a university hackathon, then हाँ शायद हो सकता है. In that case ना, like इधर 4 बंदे already हाथ उठा के रखे हैं, उनसे ही पूछ लो अगर उनको जाना है hackathon में. अगर उनको जाना है तो लेके चले जाओ, सब IIT के बंदे ही तो है.
Okay.
I mean, there are 102 people in this meeting right now. You're telling me you can't find 2 to 3 people that want to go with you. I find that very unlikely. You guys are learning stats of probability. तुम लोगों को मुझे बताना चाहिए कि probability high है कि नहीं.
Sure.
Yeah. Anything else, man?
No. Thank you very much for the answers.
Awesome. Best of luck, bro.
Thank you.
Harshita Mishra, please unmute.
Hello, Bhaiya.
Hello.
Sir, as you say that you have explored all the field, cybersecurity, AI, and web development. So, how many times should we give to each one?
How much time? Time से मत गिनो, ठीक है? Time से गिनोगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. All right, like I'll tell you, when I was first learning cybersecurity, I didn't count the number of times number of hours it took for me to learn something, because घंटे से गिनती करोगे ना तो कुछ सीखोगे नहीं. अगर तुम task wise approach करोगे, you'll definitely learn something. So let's say, for example, you want to learn in cybersecurity penetration testing. All right, you go to Try Hack Me or any other website that teaches you, penetration testing. All right, you finish the first module. That might take you 6 to 7 hours. It might take you 10 to 12 hours. Don't count the hours. Say, I will work as much as I need to work until I finish the first module. Once you're done with the module, you say, okay, fine, I'll take a break for a day or for a week, and then I'll do the second module. Okay. Other, if you start saying, okay, I will study 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, you're going to sit in front of your laptop, you'll open Spotify on one tab, you'll open YouTube on another tab, third tab, you'll open something else, and you'll try to like study, and then you'll start counting hours. Oh, it's 4 hours, it's been 5 hours. Haan, theek hai. I studied for 6 hours, I'm done today, I'm not going to touch books again. That's not how it works. All right. Make every single day when before you start studying, make a list. Hey, you know what? I want to start this topic or I want to start this topic. And you're not going to finish everything. Obviously, you're not going to finish everything. But if you can at least finish one or two tasks, you'll think that you at least accomplished something, right? But if you want like a realistic estimate on how long it takes to learn a skill, assume it takes 3 months for you to learn any skill. Okay. Regardless of how good or bad you are in it, don't expect any results for the first 3 months. After that, depending on how good you are, on how dedicated you are, you'll see varying levels of results. Okay. But 3 months. All right. That's the estimate I can give you in case you want to learn or if you want to know how long it takes to learn anything. Okay. 3 months.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Also, is learning web development still beneficial?
Matlab, like, in what sense?
नहीं, अभी हम लोग रिसेंटली हैकेथॉन में गए थे तो सब एआई से वेबसाइट बना दिए थे सारे पार्टिसिपेंट। तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि वेब डेवलपमेंट पढ़ना अभी सही रहेगा या फिर किसी और चीज में टाइम दें, एआई
तो
एआई
मैं
एमएल।
आपसे I'll ask a question. तो उन्होंने वेबसाइट को डिप्लॉय किया था क्या? जो आपके कंपेटिटर्स है, जो दूसरे बंदे हैं, उन्होंने वेबसाइट को डिप्लॉय किया था कहीं पे भी?
नहीं, डिप्लॉय नहीं किए थे।
और लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर कल उनके एप्लीकेशन, लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल 1000 पीपल वांट टू यूज देयर एप्लीकेशन, उनको स्केलेबल सर्वर सिस्टम सेटअप करना आता है?
नहीं, वो भी नहीं आता है।
हाँ, तो बहुत सारे लोगों को ये लगता है कि उन्होंने एक वेबसाइट यूआई या एक फ्रंट एंड चैट जीपीटी से बना दे तो वो वेब डेव है. दैट इज नॉट द केस. Okay, if you want to become a good web developer, you need to learn how to build systems that are scalable. That, let's say if I create a website and put it on the internet, 10,000 people should be able to use the website, okay, without it crashing, right? That is the required skill that you need. Web dev is not just about building a front end or building a back end. It's about making a system that people can use. It's about understanding how the internet works, all right? And AI cannot teach you that. AI can help you create the website faster, but it cannot teach you the fundamentals of how a computer network communicates with each other, right? So, like I said to our other friend also, learn the fundamentals. Fundamentals कभी भी AI replace नहीं कर पाएगा, ठीक है? तो fundamentals सीख लिया, then AI will 10x your productivity. But if you don't know the fundamentals, then you won't be able to use AI for anything. Okay, so सीखो 100%. Any skill today is still worth learning if you want to put interest into it. ठीक है, तो सीखो, AI use करो once you have learned the fundas. Got it?
हाँ, ठीक है भैया।
Got it. Okay.
Aparna Jha, please unmute.
Yeah, so hello Bhaiya.
Hi guys.
So I'm currently in diploma. So I just wanted to know how shall I get myself into competitive programming. I mean, I'm just curious about it and kind of wanted to try it out. And I'm pretty fine with Python right now, but don't know anything about C++ yet.
Yeah, so see, I'm not a competitive programming guy, so I'm not the best person to give you advice, just a heads up. But if you are really interested, there are a lot of resources online that will actually guide you through learning competitive programming. There are a lot of cheat sheets, like top 50 or top 100 basic questions to learn competitive programming on Codeforces and Code. I think it was Code Chef, right? So obviously the first thing that you'll have to do is learn C++. I'm sorry, but you have to either learn C++ or Java first. Okay, you cannot do competitive programming in Python. वो तो ठीक है. All right. If you want to be good at it, learn C++. I prefer Java but everyone says C++, तो मैं आपको वही suggest करूंगा कि C++ सीख लो. And after that, it's not very complicated. I feel it's just learning about algorithms and learning about the mathematics behind it. So if you're interested in maths, if you're interested in optimizing things, I think you'll naturally find competitive programming very interesting. Okay, so I think that's all I can share because I've never done it before. So that's all I'd want to give you instead of giving you the wrong info.
Okay, and one more doubt that I mean, I want to enter brain modeling or computational neuroscience or those parts in the long run. I mean, as my career, as in my
Okay.
career. So, shall I begin right now? How shall I begin right now? I mean, going into that. So,
Yeah. I mean, is there anything stopping you from learning about it?
no, so I'm like learning. I mean, I downloaded a few research papers and I thought about reading them, but then everything goes above my head, so it's not even comprehensible.
It's fine. It's fine. If you read the papers, if you understand them, then great. If you don't understand them, just ask ChatGPT or ask Claude for answers, right? I mean, I know I just gave a very long speech on not using AI to learn things, but for a research paper, if you don't know what is happening, then yes, you can sit down and ask ChatGPT to explain something, okay? And that is general advice, by the way. If I don't want ChatGPT to write your code, but if you have doubts, please use AI to solve those doubts. Okay, right? I'll just give you that much advice. Okay, so yeah, never say that you're not good enough or you're not prepared enough for something. You will learn by doing it. So read those research papers, understand the concept. अभी नहीं तो क्या हुआ, 1-2 साल के बाद कुछ तो समझ आ जाएगा. It will be useful some way or the other, so it's fine. I hope that
Okay, so
helps.
you're also into that field as well. I mean, does
No,
that?
no. I mean, I used to be into mostly diffusion, right? I used to be mostly into diffusion and cybersecurity based ML models. I was a core ML guy. I didn't really like generative AI as much. I was a core ML guy first. I have shifted mostly to operations and marketing right now because I like creatives, right? But if you like that research, again, the same advice I give, go on Twitter, post the research paper and say, hey, I really like this research paper. Is anybody else working on this? I'd love to collaborate. You'll find 2 to 3 other people, work with them, learn with them, all right, collaborate. And that's it. That's all you have to do, really.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dia.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's go to the next guy.
Priyansh.
हेलो भैया।
Hello. Hi.
भैया मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि एक एआई हैकेथॉन में आइडियली कितना टीम साइज होना चाहिए और इंडिविजुअली उनका क्या क्या रोल होना चाहिए?
डिपेंड करता है हैकाथॉन के ऊपर. लाइक आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इट शुड नेवर बी मोर देन 4 people. ठीक है, मेरे हिसाब से तो हैकाथॉन का आइडियल साइज, अ टीम साइज शुड बी 4, मे बी मैक्सिमम 5 people. ठीक है, बिकॉज coordination and communication between 5 to 6 people, like more than 5 people, is a nightmare. All right, it's very bad. So if you have 4 people, then I will never say ki find people that suit a particular role. All right, because let's say, for example, I'm going to a hackathon, all right, and I find the best AI engineer, I find the best web developer, I find the best backend engineer. If everyone is the best at what they do, they're going to think I don't need the other person. All right, you're going to think मुझे इसके साथ दूसरे बंदे के साथ काम नहीं है, मैं अपना काम खुद कर लूंगा. All right, and when that happens, communication starts breaking down, and when communication starts breaking down, there's no collaboration. And in a hackathon, that is like a red pill for you. It immediately kills the entire operation. Okay, so instead, focus on finding people you can work together with. All right, so let's say, for example, तुम्हारा दोस्तों का group है, ठीक है, and it's fine if they're not the best people for the hackathon, but if you can say, hey bro, अगर तुम ये वेबसाइट थोड़ा सा डिजाइन कर पाओगे ना, हम बैकएंड के साथ कर सकते हैं, and they listen to you, or they say, bro, I'm building this backend, do you think you can help me figure out the front end? Okay, and you guys collaborate together to learn, then that will give you explosive growth. All right, don't think in terms of roles, think in terms of collaboration. Okay, if you can collaborate together well with these 3 to 4 people, it doesn't matter what the problem is, you'll figure out a way to do it. But if let's say, for example, some guy comes in, you take a guy in or take a girl in, and they immediately start complaining कि you guys are not listening to me, तुम लोग मेरे सुनते ही नहीं हो, या मैंने इतना अच्छा UI बनाया, तुम लोगों ने बेकार सा बैकएंड किया, इसलिए हम हार गए. It's demotivation for all of you guys, right? So focus on finding people that you can solve problems with. Bas, that should be the only criteria you look for.
ओके भैया, मेरा यही क्वेश्चन था.
But like if you want a framework, ठीक है, अगर आपको फ्रेमवर्क चाहिए कि अरे भाई मुझे एरे गेरे लोग नहीं पसंद मेरे टीम में, ठीक है, तो there should be somebody to handle the front end, somebody to handle the back end. बस उतना ही है. Okay, front end के लिए एक बंदा, back end के लिए एक बंदा, बस that's it. If you have that set, you're done. You're pretty much good to go.
और भैया ML वाली साइड फिर कौन संभालेगा? बैकएंड वाला?
Backend वाला. Yeah, I mean backend मतलब, see, if you want an extra ML person, get an extra ML person also, कोई बात नहीं, but usually backend वालों को ML भी आ जाता होगा, right? और ML वाले ही backend कर लेगा. That's usually how it goes, right? You don't necessarily find a separate person for ML or separate person for backend. That's a very big misconception. I don't know why people have that. If somebody is good at ML, they'll automatically be good at optimizing a backend, right? At the very least, data parse करके, store करके, retrieve करना उनको आता ही होगा. That's basic CRUD, right? Basic CRUD तो आता होगा सबको. Okay.
Okay, भैया.
Yeah. I if you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
No, भैया.
Done? Yeah. Got it.
Shadiki.
Thank you, भैया.
Shadiki Rahman.
Hello, Bhaiya.
Hello. Hi.
Bhaiya, I have a question that, as you mentioned earlier, that if you are solo, then go to open source.
Mm-hmm.
So from where I can start my open source? As I go to GitHub and so many profiles and I get what I will do now.
Aram se, it's fine. I got very overwhelmed when I was also trying to do that. Okay. A very good practice. There is a guide that Facebook released a lot of years ago. Okay. Just go to YouTube, type Meta's Guide to Open Source Contributions. Okay. It'll be like a 30 to 40-minute video that engineers at Meta had created. And it's a very good video. Okay. वो पूरा बेसिक से समझा देंगे आपको कि ओपन सोर्स क्या होता है, आपको पहला कंट्रीब्यूशन कैसा करना होता है. All right, watch that video 30 to 4. I think a new version has also come out. I'm not sure. But अगर आपने वो देख लिया ना, बेसिक तो आप समझ जाओगे कि कैसे काम करता है. ठीक है. उसके बाद you can explore a little bit, go through MLH, go through GSOC, go through Hacktoberfest, or look at all of these events, look at what other people are doing, and उसके हिसाब से you can go forward. I think it shouldn't be too. I know it looks very complicated, but बहुत आसान है. I'll be very honest. Okay, open source is fun. मजे करो.
Yeah, one more question I have that I am currently doing dual degree as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had to start a new subject like DBMS or TSA, I just do two things, like either I go to YouTube videos or chat GPT. The section of book is fully it has no contribution in my learning, and it is
Okay.
very very problematic for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I am learning, but I don't know how to learn something like this. Everything is my mind is just for until the session end, and asleep after it all vanish. So what I should do to actually learn?
I'm like very happy you asked this question, right? Like, it's such a good question. Like, I don't know how to learn. I want to learn how to learn? And it's such a good, important question. I'm very happy you asked me this today. Okay. Because this was something I was struggling with for a very long time. And a lot of my other friends have also struggled with this, by the way. How do you learn how to learn? Okay. In very simple terms, if I had to give you an answer, okay, you just learning anything comes to a very simple process. Find something you like, reverse engineer it, figure out what are the fundamentals of that particular thing you like. Let's say, for example, अगर आपको websites बनाना पसंद होता है, ठीक है, go find out, hey, how do I make a website? This is a very cool website. Let's say YouTube का एक website है, ठीक है. YouTube, everybody knows YouTube, right? So Go online and search, hey, how does YouTube work? Reverse engineer the process. Okay. And once you reverse engineer the process, the existing thing, then you'll learn, okay, YouTube has this very strange streaming service. YouTube has a very responsive front end. YouTube has this, very cool element that when you click on the like button, it doesn't update it in the database immediately. It waits for 5 minutes before updating. All right. So break it down bit by bit, step by step. Okay. And then if once you understand the fundamentals, use them to build something. Okay. Okay. You just learned about PubSub. You learned about webhooks. You learned about communication from the YouTube website. How can I use these fundamentals to build something else? Okay, so that flow of breaking something down and building it back up it's not easy. I won't say it's easy. It's absolutely not easy. Everybody can do it, and it's not recommended for everybody also. But if you want to like actually learn how something works, then use this formula. Like बचपन में भी हमने ये किया था, right? अगर हमको कुछ समझ नहीं आता था, खिलौना लेते थे, right? कि this toy, it's you push, you pull on the wheel and then it goes forward. या remote control car होता था कि तुमने आगे दबाया और वो आगे चला गया. We didn't understand how they work. तो हमने क्या किया? What did we do as kids? हमने खिलौना ले लिया, तोड़ दिया और अंदर देखा कि बहुत सारे अजीब वायर्स हैं, हमको समझ नहीं आया, जाके पापा को बोल दिया कि पापा हमने तोड़ दिया, दूसरा खरीद लो प्लीज. ठीक है? It's exactly the same. You break something down, you understand how it works, reverse use karo process ko bas. Okay. And how do you like learn about it? You use YouTube, you use ChatGPT. Textbooks are my favorite source of information because they don't confuse me. But I think textbooks really play a very important role here because people who have done this process will have actually shown you how to do this process in textbooks. Okay. उन्होंने पूरा ब्रेक डाउन करके आपको सिखाया. You don't have to read the entire textbook, thankfully, just the parts that you think are important. But this is a very experimental thing. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really, really request that आप एक बार try कर लीजिए. अगर आपको पसंद आया तो you can learn things very fast, right? This is how you learn how to learn, by breaking things apart.
Yeah, actually, I am a book guy.
Okay.
I used to read a non-academic book as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that from the Corona time, I was there in 11, 12, and from there I totally shift to YouTube videos,
Same.
Chat GPT, no books at all, and
Same.
that's
Same.
that's demolished
Same.
my book structure all.
तो उसके लिए आई फेस एग्जैक्ट सेम प्रॉब्लम भाई. मैं आज भी फेस कर रहा हूँ वो इशू. थैंकफुली मैं कॉलेज से बाहर आके मैं जॉब कर रहा हूँ, इसलिए कोई मुझे बोल नहीं रहा है, वरना मेरा हर दिन लग जाता है. ठीक है? तो बहुत सिंपल सी बात है. अगर इफ यू वांट टू गेट दैट अटेंशन स्पैन बैक, सोने से पहले तुम क्या करो, फोन बंद कर दो, कोई भी किताब ले लो. ओके, कोई भी किताब आपका मर्जी, लाइक सेल्फ हेल्प, fiction, non-fiction. Read it for 30 minutes. All right. Close the book, sleep. All right. You guys might think that this is like silly advice, but it actually helps retain your attention span. So don't use your phone 30 minutes after waking up and 30 minutes before sleeping. And make sure, like in the morning, try to do a non-invasive activity, like writing in your journal or meditating. Okay. That, because how you end your day and how you start your day are very important. Okay. Once you because if you wake up and immediately start checking your phone, your brain's frequency is adjusted to that. All right. It's like, okay, hey, we started with this level of dopamine in our brain. Now we have to continue that level of dopamine. Okay. So your entire day is going to be like, oh, wait, I have to watch YouTube, or I have to check Instagram, or I have to watch, ask something to ChatGPT. Focus nahi aayega. So it might sound like it won't work, but try kijiye. Read something for 30 minutes before sleeping and write something for 30 minutes after waking up. Okay? If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then we can try something else. But that's what worked for me, इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ.
Okay, भैया, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Like मैं बहुत खुश हो गया भाई आपका क्वेश्चन सुन के, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. So thank you for the question, भाई.
Good, Kirat Singh, please unmute.
Sir, I want to know about decathlon. I am interested to participate in this, but actually, thing is this one, ki they already share all this stuff like problem also, goals also. So I'm confusing to how to make a PPT and all this stuff because I know about hackathon. They give you just problem statement and we think about from that. But decathlon, I was confused. So can you tell me about this?
So what exactly, like decathlon and a hackathon? I didn't understand the difference.
So same, sir. I have also confused in this.
Hackathon ही है. Everything is a hackathon. Okay, don't worry about it. All right. So making a PPT, honestly, it might seem like a simple thing, but थोड़ा सा जुगाड़ करना पड़ता है. You have to be a bit smart when making the PPT. The first, in the beginning, you have to make sure that you talk about the problem that they have produced. Okay. So cover the problem, cover why the problem is important, and then cover why people should care about the problem. All right. And then jump to the technical implementation, your particular application. Like, hey, I built an application, I think these features will help solve the problem, and I think it'll help 500 or 1,000 people solve this application problem. All right, so that's kind of the flow that you should go with when building a PPT. Problem, how big is the problem, why is it a problem, how are we solving the problem, what are the benefits from solving the problem. ठीक है, तुम लोग इसको कैसे represent करते हो तुम्हारा मर्जी है, but that is usually the flow that I go with.
But sir, they already share the problem and goals what they want. So how can I do this?
Research about the problem, no? Like, let's say, for example, I have a problem, I want to cure cancer. Okay, there is 1,000 ways like you could progress towards that particular goal. All right, find the most optimal way to reach that goal, or find the most optimal way to solve the problem. That is literally what they're asking you to do.
Sir, can you tell me some hacks for OpenAI, agentic AI? What about that and all? How to make this
So exactly, like what kind of hacks do you want? Like building agents, or what exactly?
building agents, sir?
आई मीन बहुत सिंपल सी बात है भाई. ओपन एआई का एक वाइट पेपर होगा या क्लाउड का एक वाइट पेपर होगा ऑन हाउ टू बिल्ड एजेंट्स, वो पढ़ लो. they'll cover everything on how to build agents. It's quite simple, straightforward सी बात है. All right, I think, or if you want to like orchestrate them, go to Crew AI's open source repository, read their documentation, understand how agents are built, and rinse and repeat. Right, सीख जाओगे. It's pretty simple.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, awesome, thanks.
Santosh, please unmute.
Hi, bro. I'm Santosh.
Hey Santosh, hi.
Bro, well, I'm a person who's more into like hardware related projects. So yeah, I was like start from my school days. I was learning about this hardware related projects. But when I see around myself the hackathon events that are here happening, they provide the domains which are related to software. So is it a high time that I have to just turn around myself and learn more about software, or like I have to just sit back and wait for my turn and grow more on this hardware itself?
Don't wait for your turn. Why are you waiting for your turn? Go to a software hackathon and showcase hardware, no? Who's stopping you? Let's say, for example, they have a problem statement, okay? Helping blind people. Do you think a software is going to actually help blind people? They can't even see the phone or the laptop. How is the software going to help? I don't see. This is very funny because I've seen so many hackathons, software hackathons, okay, that come up with these ridiculous bullshit problem statements that cannot be solved without hardware. How exactly are you going to help a blind person navigate on the street or navigate somewhere without using hardware, without using specialized hardware? Does it make sense? You tell me, Santosh.
Well, to share about this, I just recently went to some hackathon here
Yeah.
there they have suggested me to build some like vacuum cleaning robot in software without any hardware sensors or anything. It doesn't make
Okay.
sense. I have argued with them like this is a hardware related topic. How do you asking me to just do this in software? But they are like you build at max what you can do, but they are not like accepting what I am
Exactly.
doing.
Bro, I swear to God, okay, I swear to God, I don't know where these people come from. Like, it is clearly an hardware solution. Where the heck am I going to build? Like, software se kaise dikhaunga? So there is an easy hack for this, okay? It will actually make your life easier. Like fabrication software, right? Like you've used a Fusion 360 or maybe Blender for CAD, right?
Yeah.
Like how those work. Or if you go online, you'll find online simulators for Arduino boards and Raspberry Pis, right?
Yes, bro.
So
Yeah.
there are websites that let you upload a script and like virtually run it on hardware, right?
Yeah.
use that for now, because you cannot argue with these people and say, "Arey bro, this is like clearly a hardware solution." They'll come up and they'll like, "Arey, you want to teach us? We're the judges," and wo sab ego clash hoga. Like, I understand you're like very interested in hardware. If you can find a good hardware hackathon, I mean, Unstop usually has very good ones. Go to Devfolio. I there was a website. I'll ask my friend. I'll ask my friend if he can share it with the group leaders. There was a very good website for actually hardware hackathons, and if you cannot find a hardware hackathon but you want to produce hardware results, use virtual components, virtual simulation components to actually build your thing. Uh, you know what Paradox is, right? Like, have you been to Paradox or have you been to Savan, any of the IITM events?
Not yet, bro.
Okay, so not yet, right? They usually always have an electronics track for hardware-based solutions. Try participating in them. Okay, I'm quite sure you will find the right people who will actually guide you. Because unfortunately, I'm not a hardware guy. I understand your frustration because I've seen my friends face this. Okay, but I mean, try to look for in the next couple of months, Savan is going to come. They're going to have a hardware hackathon or a hardware event. Participate in them. Find the right people. Find your community, and then just break into these hackathons and try building hardware solutions. I'm afraid that is the only advice I can give you, but I hope it helps. That's all I can say.
Bro, one more doubt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I myself thought to just learn more about the software related too, because I want to grow myself in that domain also.
Hmm.
So as of now, I'm just comfortable with developing in any front end or back end problems I can do now. But up next, what I have to go for the next one? Just if I sit and think, there is more things that is there in front of me. So how to choose, like, what is next? How can I choose that what I should do now? Like, what can I go for the next one? So yeah.
What is your final goal, like learning software?
Well, as of now, I don't have anything like that, but just yeah.
Think
I'm not.
about that first. Think about that first. Okay, what is your final goal with software? Like, do you want to deploy a website? Do you want to build a hardware interface? Do you want to like train an AI ML model? Okay, once you have
As
that,
of now, I
don't.
just yeah.
Yeah.
As of now, I just like fancy myself in like building some applications or web pages, something like that.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good enough. Okay, so those web pages that you fancy, all right, where are they hosted right now? Do you know where they are hosted?
Not yet. I'm just
Do you know
unaware of it.
what kind of scaling they use, or what kind of backend they use, or what kind of caching they use, or sharding they use in the database?
Well, I'm just new to it, so I don't know
So
exactly.
there's a good chance you don't know, right? So take those, like I had explained to our friend over here, take those websites that you really liked, give the link to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want to build a website like this. Can you reverse engineer the steps that it will take to build this website? Okay, follow those steps. You already know front end and back end, right? So it'll be very easy for you to follow those steps pretty easily. Okay.
Okay, and one last one, bro. And yeah, you just said that it is easy for us to make a team of 4 members at most to form a hackathon team. But
Hmm.
the thing is, how to choose the members? Like, somewhere, if I just see someone is okay, good at this some point, and I just take him into my team, and somewhere in case I'm 0.1% ahead of him, he just thinks that I am more knowledgeable than him, so he just gives all the thing on me and he's just depending on me. So it's something like if I go even for a 4 member hackathon, it's like solo hackathon, just I'm going and doing everything and they just pretend to be like a teammates behind me.
That's
So
why I said find people that you can like collaborate. I'll tell you a story. Okay? There was this hackathon I was participating with that was like in Goa. Okay? It was unfortunately an online hackathon, but could you imagine hackathon, 3 people in Goa? Okay, it would have been a proper boys' night for me. But it was an online hackathon. The University of Goa, some university in Goa was organizing it. Me and a friend of mine. Okay, me and my friend were participating in it. Okay? So I was like working on, he was like more on the business side of things because it was an ideathon, and I was more on the prototyping side of things. Okay, and because I was the technical person in the team, so I was like busy building something, and my friend was busy making the pitch deck and researching. And then Adi Raat ko, I think it was like at 3 a.m. I called him and I was like, bro, this is not working. I don't know what to do. And this guy, okay, he's like a proper business candidate. He has like, he probably doesn't know tech that well. All right, usko aata hai, Python scripting वगैरह आता है, but tech उतना, he's not a technical guy. He's like a business guy. So he's like, अच्छा ठीक है ब्रो, मुझे कुछ आता नहीं है टेक्निकल का, मैंने एप्लीकेशन खराब कर दिया तो मुझे नहीं पता, बट मेरे घर आ जाओ, बैठेंगे, चाय पियेंगे, आधी रात कितना भी काम होगा हम काम करके कल सुबह सबमिट करेंगे, ठीक है. So he drove to my house. I didn't even drive to his house, by the way. He drove to my house. He bought a lota of chai. Okay. We sat down. I had to sit down and I had to tell him, bhai, this is the front end wala code. This is the back end wala code. Please kuch delete mat kar dena. And he sat down and he started learning. He was like, भाई मुझे बताओ कि आपको क्या हेल्प चाहिए, मैं थोड़ा सा करूंगा, आप बताओ कि इसमें बग है, ठीक है, मैं टेस्ट करके आपको बताता हूँ कि कौन से लाइन में बग है, ठीक है. And this guy, he doesn't have to be. He could have happily said, hey, bro, this is your technical side, go and do it. I will take care of the business. He didn't say that, no. And that happened, that worked out because he was my friend. All right. Now I understand it's very hard to find friends like this online. And I don't expect you guys to find somebody who will drive 20 kilometers to just give you a lota of chai also. I understand. But if you can find someone that you can at least call and say, bro, I need help with this. Can you please pitch a hand? Okay. Then you will figure out a way to fix things. That is my philosophy to building hackathon teams. Find people that you can vibe with. It doesn't matter what skill set they have. Any skill set will be useful as long as you're trying to build something. Okay. Even a designer, even a graphics designer can come up and tell you, hey bhai, front end में थोड़ा सा मैं मदद कर दूं, मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूं कि front end कैसा अच्छा बनाना है. Or a business analyst can come and say, hey, I researched and found out that the backend needs to have a latency of this much. मैं आपको थोड़ा सा help कर सकता हूं क्या इस backend को improve करने में. If the team vibes together, they can find a way to fix things. This is my philosophy. Okay, so don't go for like people who will be picky about, "Are bhai, my skills are important." Find people who are chill. I think that is the most important thing. What time lagega? It took me 2 years to find my team, by the way. It didn't happen in a day. 2 saal lage mujhe. But if you can find that team once, done. You guys are set.
Thank you, bro.
I know it's not exactly the answer you wanted to hear, but like I hope it helped at least a bit.
What to do, bro? Because mostly we are all first year students. What they just think is that we are all first year, we don't know anything. So how could I? It's very complicated for me to make them convinced to be in the team.
I get you, bro. I understand. I went through the exact pain you're going through because I remember like there was a hackathon by a Google developer group in first year. Okay, I found like this super cracked person. At least I thought he was cracked. I didn't know that he was, like. I shouldn't say anything. I'm sorry, but I spoke to him. I spoke to 2 other people, and then they realized that I was coding faster than them. They're like, "Bhai, tu kar le, tu kar lega. You to मौज मस्ती कर लो." भाई आधी रात 2 बज रहे हैं and you guys are going to sleep and you're making me build the application. What am I supposed to do? So I understand where you're coming from. It'll take time, but just find people who don't care about working with you. ठीक है, they're like, हाँ ठीक है भाई कर लेंगे काम. It'll take time, but you'll find your people, Santosh. I'm confident about that. Don't worry.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. मैं बहुत
Harshita.
बोल दिया.
Harshita.
Hi, it's me again.
Hi, Harshita.
You said you learn a lot from books, right? So I'm a little bit interested in cybersecurity field. Can you recommend me some books that helped you to learn more about that field?
Not a book, but go to the Try Hack Me website. It's a pretty basic website. ज़्यादा complicated नहीं है. Go to Try Hack Me, learn the basic course. उसके बाद you will never need anything again. You'll figure it out by yourself. Or yeah.
Is there like any? How much do I have to know? If like how to say? I'm just a core CSE student. I haven't figured out which field I should go yet. So I'm still in my first year, so I thought about trying other fields to see which I'm interested in. So like, till how much should I know about cybersecurity to really see which field I'm interested in? Like if I'm really interested in cybersecurity.
From day one itself, you'll like it. Okay, like if you're watching a lecture, all right, how long does it take for you to like a professor if you are listening to his class? Okay,
Just
it takes 5 to 10 minutes. That's it,
yeah,
right? Same thing. If you like what you are doing, you'll figure it out in the first 1 to 2 hours. Or else, हाथ धो के दूसरे पे jump कर दो बस. It might take a little longer to figure out whether you like it or not, maybe a day or a week. But okay, like I said, stick with it for 3 months. If you like it, great, or else drop it. Okay, that is my metric for anything. 3 months.
because the CSE
Oh,
field is like really broader than I imagined. So like every day there are new technologies emerging. I feel so lost in this.
just keep trying. Sorry.
Please drink some water.
Yeah, sorry. I told you
It's
right,
okay.
guys. I had a bit of a cough, so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's go to the next one. I think this is the last hand.
स्पर्श
सो भैया मैं करंटली फाउंडेशन लेवल में हूँ। मैंने लर्निंग पब्लिक शुरू किया है, ट्विटर अकाउंट बनाया है पहला, अथवा गिटहब कंट्रीब्यूशन स्टार्ट किया है। अगर फ्यूचर में मुझे जीसॉक करना है या फिर हैकाथॉन्स क्रैक करने हैं तो फिर अभी से कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ?
जो मैंने बोला था ट्राई करो बस. अरे जो पसंद आया उसको तोड़ो, सीखो कैसे काम करता है, कंटिन्यू बस. दैट्स इट, नथिंग एल्स.
ओके,
I hope I answered your question. I don't want people leaving thinking कि भैया ने तो कुछ बोल दिया बस.
पम्मी कुमारी अनम्यूट
हेलो भैया।
हाय.
तो मेरा ये सवाल है कि अभी मैं भी फाउंडेशन लेवल में ही हूँ और हाँ, मैं एक टीम में थी। तो मुझे मतलब ऐसा फील हुआ कि मेरे पास कोई स्किल ही नहीं है। हाँ, मैं स्टैटिस्टिक्स एंड पाइथन जानती थी, पर मेरे सीनियर्स वो सब ऑलरेडी जानते थे, तो मुझे ऐसा फील हुआ कि कोई स्किल ही नहीं है। तो कौन सा स्किल इम्पोर्टेंट है एक हैकाथॉन में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए?
जुगाड़ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. आई एम सॉरी टू से बट लाइक हैकाथॉन में सिर्फ वही एक स्किल होता है. मैं आई विल टेल यू अ स्टोरी. ठीक है, बहुत स्टोरी
क्या
सुना रहा हूँ मैं.
रिपीट
आई एम
करना?
नॉट श्योर.
मैंने नहीं सुना। फिर से बोलिए प्लीज।
नो वही. आई नॉट लाइक नया स्टोरी बताऊंगा मैं. दूसरा स्टोरी. Yeah, this was a hackathon in Bangalore that I went to. ठीक है, so this was like an open to everybody hackathon. Like professionals भी आते थे. There was a team from Amazon. There was a team from a bunch of other companies. All right. So we went there and we noticed, right, that basically we noticed that all of these big companies, all right, these teams from big companies, they were following this weird process. All right, कि हाँ पहले build करेंगे, फिर test करेंगे, फिर user testing करेंगे, quality assurance करेंगे. And you know, whenever they caught up into a bug, they were like, we have to find the source of this bug. We have to figure out why this is happening. And they were very methodical. And I thought, that's pretty good, but you shouldn't be doing that in a hackathon, right? So there were all of these teams that were from these big companies, and they were doing this huge methodical process, right? And can you guess who actually won that hackathon? It wasn't me. It wasn't my team, no. But there was this first year team from this state university college, right? They won 6 lakhs in that hackathon, first prize. I still remember, I saw the check while they were doing that party thing. Okay, they won 6 lakhs. And I was like, bro, I went up and I spoke to them. I was like, bro, this is amazing. You beat these people, all of these professionals. And then I asked him, what did you build? How did you do it? Like, bro, I don't know. I just started building something. Errors आते गए, हमने कुछ और बना दिया. And then every 1-2 hours कुछ नया error आ गया. हमने तो बस quick fix पे quick fix डाल दिया. हमने तो फेविकॉल ऐड कर दिया उसके ऊपर. और फिर एंड ऑफ द डे हमने कुछ डेमो कर दिया और उनको पसंद आ गया. बस हम से भाई ऐसा क्या बनाते हैं तुम लोगों ने कि पसंद आ गया. एंड देन दे वर लाइक, नहीं, हमने एक फीचर सोचा था, हमको पता था कि फीचर अच्छा होगा, एंड वी जस्ट फिगर्ड आउट अ वे टू बिल्ड इट. हमको फर्क नहीं पड़ा कि वो सही काम कर रहा है कि गलत काम कर रहा है, हमको बस काम करवाना था. एंड 7 लाख दे कुड हैव, उनका कॉलेज का फीस भर गया उस 7 लाख से. They never had to pay fees again. I was like, bro, that's insane. So it doesn't matter if people know more than you, okay? If you can like help them with an idea. This is one my friend. I have a very good friend. His name is Rajat. He's currently doing masters in Washington DC right now. He's studying in AI interfacing and human compatibility. उसका research का field है. And वो हमेशा बोलता था कि भाई it doesn't matter कि तू कुछ काम करता है कि नहीं. इट डजंट मैटर कि तू हैकाथॉन में कुछ बिल्ड करता है कि नहीं. इट डजंट मैटर कि तू कुछ ढंग का करता भी है कि नहीं. अगर तू उधर बैठ के मेरे साथ 48 आवर्स बैठ सकता है और तू हर स्टेप में मुझे किसी ना किसी तरीके से सपोर्ट कर सकता है कुछ फिक्स करने के लिए या कुछ आइडिया देने के लिए या कुछ जुगाड़ करने के लिए. लाइक लेट्स इवन ड्यूरिंग SIH, ठीक है, when it was a 72-hour hackathon, SIH, ठीक है, nobody has the mind capacity to work for 72 hours in a row. There was always one member of my team who stopped coding so that he could go get chai or coffee or snacks for everybody else. He would not code. Okay, we used to take turns. All right, one person would be sleeping, one person would be getting snacks, one person would be coding. Okay, so don't ever think that you're not contributing to a hackathon just because the other people are smarter than you or more skilled than you. Try to learn from them for sure. सीखो कि उन्होंने कैसे किया, कि उन्होंने कैसे सीखा. But never feel bad that you are in the room with them, because some way or the other, they are also getting help from you. Okay. Agar if you are in the room with them, that it itself means that you are supporting them. Like morally support ही कर लो भाई, कौन सी बड़ी बात हो गया. अगर तुम बोलते हो कि भैया या दीदी हम हेल्प कर देंगे या नहीं, हमको जो आपको जो भी हेल्प चाहिए हम करके दे देंगे, if you can give them that assurance, उनको भी इतना अच्छा लगेगा कि अरे भाई इतना अच्छा टीम मेंबर हमको मिल गया कि ये तो लाइक रात के 2 बजे कॉफी लेके आने के लिए शुरू हो गया, लाइक तैयार हो गई. then they'll also feel like a huge boost of motivation. संतोष का ये तो प्रॉब्लम था कि हर कोई उसको बता रहा था कि अरे भाई तुम काम कर लो, हम सपोर्ट ही नहीं करेंगे. ये और 2-3 लोगों ने भी वही बोला था. इफ यू कैन सपोर्ट पीपल, दैट्स मोर देन इनफ इन माय ओपिनियन. ठीक है, तो कभी ऐसा मत सोचो कि यू आर नॉट कंट्रीब्यूटिंग.
थैंक यू.
Yeah, so I know मैंने बहुत बोल दिया उसके ऊपर, but it's a thing that I faced myself, so I felt I should add a bit extra.
Not enough, but okay.
Awesome. Let's बहुत सारे हाथ हो गए भाई. So we have to wrap up at 8, guys. After 8 I have to leave, unfortunately. So let's jump a little bit more. Let's go a bit faster.
Brushali.
Yeah. Hi, Nikhil. I actually follow you on LinkedIn, and every post
Thank
I
you.
like. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So my question is, I have been an active open source people, you can say. I don't know what to say, that word I'm not getting. But the problem is, whenever I try to build a team for hackathon or anything, I just lack, or maybe I couldn't find the people, or maybe if I find the people, they are not agreeing on which theme we should took. Everyone has different opinions on why this and why not this. So my question is, how to have the basic theme which everyone will like okay with, and to get a good people who can actually work.
Bhai, there are literally 4 people in this meet right now that had the same problem. तुम 4 लोग एक group बना दो. तुम 4 लोग एक group बना के hackathons को जाओ. I think you would be very good together. Already, you guys can support each other very well. ठीक है. Honestly speaking, theme wise, if you guys are not sure what theme you are interested in, building, तो एक काम करो, एक सिक्का निकालो पर्स से and just flip it. जो heads को एक theme दे दो, tails को एक theme दे दो, flip कर दो और जो भी आता है वही फिक्स कर दो. ठीक है. उसके बाद भी अगर लोग लड़ाई कर रहे हैं, then they are not interested in building anything. वो समझ जाओ. Okay. Worst case, I'm telling you, that is the worst case scenario. मेरे पास I had friends, okay. CBIT नाम का एक hackathon होता था. All right, in Hyderabad, it's a very big competition. All right. So when we were actually going to you only have 5 minutes to actually lock your problem statement in that hackathon. ठीक है. तो हमने बहुत सिंपल सा एक काम किया कि भाई हमको सेलेक्ट ही नहीं करना है. ठीक है. हमने एक स्क्रिप्ट लिखा कि भाई इस प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट लिस्ट में से एक रैंडम नंबर चुन के दे दो। उस हमने आंखें बंद किया, रन किया, उसने नंबर दे दिया रैंडम वाला, हमने वही कर दिया, ठीक है। हम कोई गड़बड़ ही नहीं था। अगर किसी ने बोला कि भाई इतना घटिया प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट किसने चूज किया, हमने सब उस स्क्रिप्ट के वी शोड देम द स्क्रिप्ट कि भाई स्क्रिप्ट ने सिलेक्ट किया, पाइथन को दोष दो। पाइथन जितना घटिया लैंग्वेज आज तक किसी ने बनाया नहीं, कोई बनाएगा भी नहीं, ठीक है। तो पूरा ब्लेम तो स्क्रिप्ट ने ले लिया। अब बाकी सब तो चिल थे कि हाँ भाई हम तो बनाएंगे, बस वैसे ही गिव इट टू। द मोस्ट अमेजिंग थिंग्स हैपन व्हेन यू आर नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर देम, ठीक है। तो जुगाड़ कर लो, वही वही तो होता है।
Yep, get it. Thanks.
Awesome.
Susmita Das.
Hi.
Susmita Das, please unmute. Santosh.
Santosh is back. Hey bro, what's up?
Bro, one more problem. Sorry,
Okay.
one more doubt. Sorry. So yeah,
yeah,
it's a problem for me, but a doubt to ask you. So the thing is that if they just give some domain and I have to choose some topic under the domain, whether I have to choose a topic that should be that should be a solution for some real-time problem, or like I have to just think out of the box, some creativity, applying this creativity, just think something weirdly and do that, or otherwise upgrading any already present projects, because this is a thing that me and my friend just quarrel about a lot of time, because he thinks himself we both as a scientist, and he just thinks some real-time problems, and he asked me to find a solution for this, and I am a person who thinks just something weirdly and take some projects that I don't know whether it will be feasible or it can be scalable too, but I think this will be good. So what's the solution for this?
Bro, I swear to God, it's like I'm seeing myself again, okay? Like, I swear, I used to get into the same fight with my friends, okay? Like, should we make something? Let's make something unique. Let's make an idea nobody has seen before. Let's like build something unique. And the other guys are like, bhai, copy paste marte hai na kahin se. Like, there are so many problems that society is facing. Why don't we solve a real problem? And we used to fight like, bro, who cares about that? Blah blah blah, doom dum. And then so basically, there's a simple framework to this, okay? If they give you a domain but they don't give you a problem, you can either, number one, solve a problem that you yourself are facing personally, or number two, if you're feeling very lazy and you don't want to actually find the problem, go to Reddit, okay? Go to Reddit or go to Twitter or go to Hacker News. Hacker News is great. And just look at what people are talking about, okay? Some people might talk about AI tools are so bad at writing documentation for code, or somebody might write, hey, I have this problem where I keep forgetting to cancel my credit card subscriptions at the end of every single month. I would love an app that could do that. Take those ideas, figure out which idea you think is feasible, and just solve for that idea, okay? Because most of these are real life ideas. They'll already have real life solutions that you can build upon. So what has happened here? Your friend who wanted to solve for a real life solution has gotten his ego satisfied, and then you wanted to like build something unique or build upon an existing solution. You are also happy now because you're just improving on solutions that exist, okay? So I think that is a fair common ground that people can step on, so that they don't go into this dilemma, a new solution or a real-time problem. So I think that I hope that answers your question.
There are two more people that will also be in the team.
उसका बाद में देखेंगे भाई, उसका बाद
So
में,
yeah,
पहले इन दोनों का.
so my final doubt to wrap up the thing. I've just seen some people, they are more into like creating their GitHub profiles and some LinkedIn profiles. Am I just late to create some, because I am not into those things. Do I have to create now, or just wait and participate in more hackathons and do myself some projects and then update my profile?
Bro, you're in first year now, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So, bro, why are you so worried, man? My
Bro, if you
God.
see, like if I'm in a classroom of 40 members, they are like 30 members, or they're having this LinkedIn profile, and this 10 members, when they see, they are like looking like an alien. Do you don't have an, like, that's what I'm asking for.
See, LinkedIn, X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, it's good to have. It's good to have, but the most number one topmost priority you should have, okay, is to build your technical profile first. Okay, but it takes 5 minutes for you to make a LinkedIn profile. 5 minutes. Okay, I can show, like, we can make your LinkedIn profile in 5 minutes, and I can still have time to go to the next question right now in this session. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, this is all just, this networking, this communication, these social media, these are all just noise. I didn't make my LinkedIn profile until the end of my third year. Okay, and then of course I started actively posting because I wanted to get into marketing and content and stuff, so I was active. But until then I was focusing on my skills. Okay, so let's say even if you do make a LinkedIn profile, what are you even going to put on your LinkedIn profile if you don't have the skills, bro? Right, you tell me.
Yeah, may I say something?
Yeah, please go ahead, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I,
if Santosh is okay with it. Santosh?
I want to tell this Santosh that I'm also in a first year. I'm like only 4 months have been I have joined the college. I have also a LinkedIn account, but I think it's a 2 month that I never opened my LinkedIn account because I have nothing to. I can only add Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. Okay, I have only added class 12 percentage, nothing else. What will I do after opening?
Exactly, exactly, bro. वही तो.
Initially, I just open and connecting any people. Like जो मेरे suggestion आते थे मैं सबको request भेजता जाता था connect.
That's it. Chill, bro. Don't worry. LinkedIn is like third year blala thing. Third year mein kar lo. If you want, create a Twitter account and start posting memes on Twitter if you want like a connection or an account. It's fine. LinkedIn, it's like third year, fourth year wala. Like unless you're actively looking for internships, okay, like you want an internship tomorrow or you want a placement tomorrow, until you get, okay. So this is a rule of thumb for everybody. Until you have enough skills that you can actually get and join an internship or you can join a full-time role, you do not need to start outreach to anybody. Okay, it's not necessary. It takes too much time. It's too much of a distraction. You guys should focus on building skills first and ignore anybody that says, hey, you should build your LinkedIn profile. You need to build your LinkedIn profile, but after a point. All right, आपको ही समझ आ जाएगा कि कब आपको करना है. If you are looking for internships and you think, hey, I need somebody else's help to find an internship or a job, that is the moment where you actually start building your LinkedIn profile and presence. Okay, until then, it's not 100% necessary. All right, I started in the end of my third year. I'm doing perfectly fine now. And I would like to, give that advice to everybody else that don't fall into the pitfall ki mujhe social media pe active rehna hai. You don't need to be. Okay, Santosh, I hope that helped.
What about GitHub, bro? Because
GitHub, obviously, bro. Like GitHub, if you don't have a GitHub, how are you going, bro? That is
because I didn't just made any account in this. Like I didn't use many of my friends. They just suggest me to take some code from GitHub, but I didn't have took any code from. Yeah.
Like if you are building projects, you should put them on GitHub. GitHub is not a social media site. It's a software tool. Okay, it's a software tool that you should learn how to use. All right, the earlier the better. All right, so complete opposite advice for GitHub. Make it as fast as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Shadiki again. Shadiki, please unmute.
Hey, bro.
Hi. Actually, I am little hesitating to should I ask this question once again or not. But I think like actually I am for core computer science academics books.
Mm-hmm.
How you get suggestion like which book is beginner friendly to approach first for
See,
subject.
like a rule of thumb for me is any book by Pearson's publications, usually good for beginners. ठीक है? या आप Google पे ही search कर लो ना, top 10 books for beginners for this particular thing. ठीक है? आप like the top 5-10 books are not going to change. हर किताब में सेम कंटेंट ही होगा. ठीक है? थोड़ा हाई लेवल में होगा, थोड़ा लो लेवल में होगा या बीच में होगा. ठीक है? That is literally the same thing. So if you go on Google and type, hey, I want to learn computer networks from scratch, I would like a beginner friendly book. What can you suggest for me? ChatGPT 5 सजेशन दे देगा, उसमें से जो भी कवर अच्छा लगेगा वो उठा लो बस. It's that easy, don't worry. Or like rule of thumb, go for Pearson's beginner series of books. They are usually very good. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Shailesh Pandey.
I think somebody else is in line, no? Aranyak. Okay. Uh,
Aranyak Palma.
Hello.
hey.
I am just foundation level PO and I am just a beginner in
Mm-hmm.
engineering. So मुझे बस जानना था कि हैकाथॉन्स में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए मिनिमम कौन सा स्किल्स पे अभी मुझे फोकस करना चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं अभी फिर बिगिनर हूँ. मैं पाइथन सीख रहा हूँ, 20% खत्म किया है और बाकी अभी पढ़ा है. तो मुझे कौन सा स्किल्स में फोकस करना चाहिए, मतलब 1 या 1.5 साल में?
See, as long as you're like good, you can start hackathons at any point of time. I would suggest once you're comfortable building something in one language or with one framework, that is the best time to actually start going to hackathons. ठीक है? It's like for example, अगर आपको एक application बनाना है और आपको एक brief idea आता है कि हाँ मुझे पहले backend Python में लिखना पड़ेगा और फिर front end I have to build using this technology, and then I connect it with a middleware like Express, connected to a DB like Mongo. Once you can start visualizing those things, then it's very simple for you to go and start participating in hackathons. Okay? So as a rule of thumb, learn one language very well or learn one framework very well. That is your choice. Okay? It can be your milestone. And once you are confident in that one particular language or framework, like अगर आपको like समझ आता है कि हाँ मैं 30% कर सकता हूँ, या if you think that hey, if AI generates the code and I can read the code and understand what is happening, that should be a good enough metric for you to start going to hackathons. ठीक है? That it should be enough. Like basic अगर आपको CRUD आता है, ठीक है, CRUD मतलब create, read, update, delete. अगर आपको समझ आता है कि वो कैसे काम करते हैं in a language or with a particular framework, I think you should be good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
Santosh again.
Hi, bro. I'm back. Yeah, only one thing I'll just have to ask you.
Okay.
Whether I have to just learn some, for example, if I have to just develop something, I have to learn the Python whole the thing and then I have to just start working, or like I can just assist with my chat GPT or some AI assistance, anything. Because why am I asking is this? I am a biology student from a school, and it's totally completely opposite here what I'm doing in IITBS. And for an irony, I am a drop year student preparing for my NEET exam, and I'm just doing this inside. So for me, it's like I'm just in total confused whether I have to just learn like C, C++, Python, every language, so that I can just learn the nook and corners and edit myself in the program. What I can just do.
No need at all. Okay, even the people who wrote Python don't know the entire language, man. Okay, like literally, that's the truth. If you go and ask somebody that created Python like 20 years ago, they will also not know everything about the language. They'll be like, go read the documentation or something. They'll. So don't choose one language, stick to it, learn. As you don't need to learn everything. Like I said, if you can understand the code that AI is generating, and you can say, hey, this sounds good or this sounds wrong, you're in a pretty good position. Okay, now you can spend as long as you want becoming an expert in the language, but if you want usability, like I can actually use this in a real life application, as long as you're comfortable reading the language, understanding how it works, you're good to go. Okay, that's it. And then you can assist with AI. You can use AI to assist with you. That's all.
Yeah, because why am I asking is this? Because if I ask an entire code to the some ChatGPT or any AI assistant
Of
tool,
course.
it just
Yeah.
gives me the code. I'm just specializing what are all the features it should be. Like, for an example, if I'm developing some web page and I'm asking a code for it, I'll be specialized mentioning all the features that it should be having, and I'll just mention. But somewhere myself will be thinking that I have to edit something here, and if I just put it as a prompt to the ChatGPT, it might take it as what I expect, or what it will be fulfilling me, but or otherwise it may not go. So if I know the language like most like up to the level that I can edit or do something, so that I can myself make the changes like right? What I have to do. So that's what I am asking for. Whether I have to learn.
So, Santosh, I'm sorry to interrupt. So let me just ask you a simple question, right? How many applications have you built so far, like on your own? Like,
Not yet. Maybe
so
starting.
you have not built anything on your own yet, right?
Yeah.
So here's
Applications. Yeah. No.
here's what I would suggest, because I can see like based on your doubts, there is like like a basic fundamental understanding gap, okay, of software itself. And I understand because you're a biology student, right? You're preparing for NEET, so it makes sense. Okay, it's not your domain, so you might not know how software works. So, but I would suggest, all right, you're in which level? You're in foundation level right now, right?
Yeah.
Have you
Yes.
completed Python fundamentals, the foundations course?
No.
So before you start jumping into anything, complete the Python fundamentals course, okay, by Sudarshan sir. Or if you want, go to the IIT Madras PS YouTube channel. It's like 60 to 70 lectures. They're very well designed. Watch those lectures, okay? Okay. So Sudarshan sir does a very good job at helping you understand what you would actually need to learn a language. Okay. So watch that lecture series first. I would highly recommend it because that is what I use to learn Python. So go watch it. I think it will give you a lot of clarity that you actually have questions about right now. Okay? That you don't need anything else for the next 1 month. Just focus on completing that one course. That's it. I think that'll be more than enough for you to get your foothold on how to actually start with software development. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Harini.
Yeah, hi, bro.
Hi.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that in which year we can start doing hackathons and all.
Whenever you learn how to, explain code, like as long as you can understand the code AI is giving, you can start then. So you just need basic understanding. That's all. Once you have basic understanding of your code, you can start going to hackathons. That's it.
Yeah, which is the language which is used um, for a basic thing for
Your wish. I
doing
mean, like I
websites and all.
prefer Python, but if you don't have an idea about where you're going to go tomorrow, I would suggest picking up JavaScript. Okay, that would be more beneficial because you can use JS for everything.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Hmm.
And one more thing, I have interest in electronics and data science and also cybersecurity. I don't know in which point I have to start.
Google, like just Google, hey, how do I get started with cybersecurity? How do I get started with electronics? Ask ChatGPT how to get started. It'll give you a couple of good resources to begin with, and that's it. Yeah, that's all you have to do these days. You don't have to ask anybody anymore. You can ask ChatGPT is way smarter than me, all right? So it'll pakka give you a better answer than anything I can give you right now.
Yeah, yeah, okay, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Shailesh, we're back to Shailesh now.
हेलो भैया।
Hello.
मेरा कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं था, बस आपसे ही पूछना था दैट
Hmm.
अगर हमको आगे फर्दर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो तो आपसे कैसे कनेक्ट करें।
तो देखो भाई, मैं तो यूजुअली बिजी रहता हूँ, ठीक है। व्हाट्सएप तो ज्यादा मैं आजकल एक्टिवली भी रहता नहीं हूँ, ठीक है। तो आई मीन बेस्ट केस यू गाइस कैन रीच आउट टू मी ऑन लिंक्डइन, ठीक है। मेरा लिंक्डइन, आई थिंक इफ यू टाइप माय नेम, मेरा लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल मिल जाएगा। यू कैन रीच आउट टू मी देयर। शायद आई माइट रीच, लाइक मे बी आई विल respond back, or it might take a bit longer, but I'll try to see if I can get back to you. LinkedIn would be your best bet, और else अगर लिंक्डइन ही बेहतर होगा। मैं व्हाट्सएप ज्यादा देखता नहीं आजकल।
ओके, थैंक यू।
या ओके, चलो।
Deepthi.
Hi, bro.
हेलो।
Bro, I'm currently in second year AIML, but I'm
हम्म।
not interested in DSA. Like, I couldn't solve all problems in HackerRank and all. WebTech, I
हम्म।
feel like everyone are doing that. ChatGPT is also doing. So, what exactly we learn in third year or fourth year? What you are in the main domain of ML, no? So I want to know about it.
So I mean, like, I'm sorry, I didn't get your question properly. So you're asking what did you learn
ML.
in third and fourth year?
ML, yes. What we do in ML, I'm asking about.
I'm like, you do ML in like, I say, are you asking about fundamentals? Are you asking about basics, or are you asking how to learn ML? Or I didn't get your question. Sorry.
What we do in ML, I'm just asking after our engineering.
Okay, you're talking about like career prospect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was confused for a second. Sorry. So basically,
Okay, fine.
ML engineers, right? They usually build models based on data that is available in the real world, and they try to build models that can, autonomously act on this data. Okay, so ML has a very wide scope in a lot of industries. The most commonly used scope these days is in medical. All right. So let's say, for example, you have X-rays, and you need to detect if there is, a bone fracture. All right, you can train your own machine learning model to do that. All right, or
Okay.
let's say, for example, you have a cancer scan. All right, you have a CT scan and you have to detect a tumor. Okay, you can go ahead and you can train an ML model for that. All right, it's just
Okay.
basically collecting a bunch of data to find out a way to automate existing processes. All right, so any domain you can find a way to implement ML. All right, now there is one thing: you don't need a master's degree to find a good job in machine learning. I will be very honest about that. But if you are good with back-end development, okay, if you're good with back-end development, then a lot of companies like Amazon or Google, or maybe not, I won't say Amazon or Google, but there are a lot of big companies that will hire you as a back-end developer, but will teach you how to do ML and will take you into their ML team. Okay, so if you want to build a career in ML, I would definitely suggest learn how backend works, like how to build a proper backend, or like proper, again, unfortunately, you will have to learn a bit of DSA and algorithms for that. You cannot escape it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
if you learn the basics of system design and how to build backends, I think you will be in a good position to land an ML job in the future, considering you have interest in ML after learning backend also.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay? Yeah, awesome. So,
So I
I don't
think
think
that
we have any other questions.
yeah, so there was this girl Suswita. Her mic wasn't turning on. She's asking that I'm
Mm-hmm.
interested in web development, but I'm not sure where to start or what steps to take. She has
Okay.
learned some backend, but she's not basically she's lost in what she should do next.
So, okay, if my reverse engineering approach doesn't seem like something that would suit you, for web dev at least, there is a website called Odin's Project. Okay, it's a very well maintained website. It's built by professionals. It is probably the single best open, like, at least for web development, if you're a beginner, that is probably the best resource to go and learn. Okay, so I would suggest you go to Odin's Project, search for it on Google. It'll be the top first search result. Go check out the entire repository, go through everything. If you think it's going to help you clear out your doubts, I think that is the best resource for you. Okay, or else, this is a very controversial opinion, but if you are like somebody that is like going to go into web 2, web 3, then I would suggest going to Harikat Bhaya's playlist, cohort 2.0 or 3.0. I don't know what they call it these days, but I think he has a free version on YouTube also. Watch his playlist. I think that would actually help. Okay, in case you're not pretty confused about what to do, I think that would help you out the most. If you're a visual learner, Harikat Bhaiya ka best hoga. If you're a written learner, go to Odin's Project. Yes, we have our Monica who wants to ask a question. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi.
Hi, Nikhil. I'm actually interested more on ML. I'm currently in my
Mm-hmm.
third year. When
Mm-hmm.
I get more into ML, I just feel the field is very vast. If I go very near, it feels like I have to learn more and more. And I'm also currently doing also my DSA. As you said, backend is also important. Can you suggest any resources to learn it?
Back end, I'm afraid. Mm, honestly speaking, are you good with your DSA and
Yeah,
the DSA fundamentals?
currently, I'm doing both lead code and hacker rank. First, I started with lead code, but I felt very, I can't solve problems. So I stopped lead code right now and started to solve hacker rank basic problems. And gradually, I'm just, improving my problem
So,
solving.
I mean, like,
Not
do
at
you know Striver? Do you know Striver
I,
Bhaiya ka cheat sheet?
Yeah, I tried that first, but I just felt like I'm just mugging up the problem and I'm not understanding the problem. So if
So
I get doubt,
here,
then only I just refer that
so
page.
here's what I would suggest you do, ठीक है? Because Striver भैया का बहुत अच्छा रहता है. He's like the best for DSA right now. So what I would suggest you do, when you're watching his lectures, okay, take out a pen and paper, watch one lecture. So he gives a question title in the YouTube description itself, right? Like what question he's solving. So the first video you watch, you make notes, you understand what he's doing. The second question, don't watch the video, go to lead code, try solving it yourself. If you cannot solve it, try to pinpoint exactly where you're going wrong. Okay, is it a complexity problem? Are you facing a difficulty in understanding the core concept? Are you facing a difficulty in like going to the next step? All right, figure out that point, go back to Striver Bhaiya's video, watch it. Third question, try to go ahead and repeat that process until you can solve it yourself. Okay, the only way for, I think, first you need that clarity in DSA before you jump to something complex like Arpit Bhaiya's, DSA, sorry, system design course or something like that. All right, so that is what I would suggest.
One more small doubt, Nikhil. Actually, right
Hmm.
now I'm also doing Kaggle, the data science competition stuff. I often I try to do that few projects from YouTube and sort. But when I try to implement the same thing in Kaggle, I feel difficulty in the data part. So the data is often complex. Is it we have to more practice to get used with that data, or
So
how can
you're
we?
in which level right now in the BS degree?
I'm right now in my diploma.
Which diploma?
Found diploma in data science, ML part.
Okay, so you're doing the, so yeah, so I would suggest holding off on Kaggle right now because it is a bit overwhelming for a beginner. Focus on your DSA first because you clearly have a good goal. You clearly have a mind map that you want to go through. So hold off on that. Do your DSA from Striver or take you forward. Thank you, whoever's putting it in the chat. Do it from there. All right. And once you're finished with your data science diploma, then start Kaggle. Right? Data science. The thing is, you guys are completely ignoring the IIT Madras, component of this entire thing. All right. The degree is going to teach you a lot of stuff that you guys will not need any extra resource if you have gone through the stuff the degree has given you. All right, degree jo de raha hai for data science, follow that. That is like literally the best resources you will get. For DSA, because the degree does not have a DSA a component, I would suggest go ahead and learn it by yourself. Then after all of that, also if you guys are finding difficulty to learn system design, then any additional resources you might need, you can go ahead and you can pick it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Thank you, Nikhil.
Yeah, best of luck, guys. Okay,
So
so
on this
I am,
note, I think just please continue. Sorry.
no, please go ahead.
No, I was just concluding the session.
Awesome, thank you for that because I was just about to say I'm running out of time.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Nikhil sir. This was literally gold. I'm sure everyone, whether they're a coder or developer or just curious to come here and learn about hackathons, they must have learned a lot, literally a lot today. And thank you so much to you again for joining with us and sharing such
Thank
wonderful insights.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having me. I really appreciate the entire audience you guys have set up. I think this was really well done because I noticed the beginning of the session, we had like maybe 80 people join the session, and even till now, there are 60 people here, which I think is really cool. So I would like to thank all of you for being such an amazing audience. You guys asked a lot of really fun questions, I'd have to say. So thank you for making this session interactive. And like I said, I might not be available during other times to help you guys out if you have questions, but feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. You know, reach out, give me a DM. I'll try my best to answer any questions you guys might have. So, yeah, thank you for being such a great audience and all the best for all of you. I hope you guys do great. Okay.
Thank you so much. And to all our listeners, stay curious and keep building because innovation begins where comfort ends. A big thank you from Team Saranda. We look forward to meet you all with the same excitement in the upcoming workshops and events. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys. I'll see you around then. All the best. Have a great weekend. Bye. And happy Diwali as well. Happy Diwali to everyone in advance.
Happy
Bye.
Diwali.
Same to you, bro.